Sunday morning's little live stroll with Azra. Start off by saying, guys, the weather hasn't got any warmer since we were together yesterday morning. If anything, a bit colder, 11.1 degrees. Not that you'd know much of a difference between 11.9 and 11.1. Anyway, we are going to do the same stroll we did yesterday. No changes today. I've still got so much to do at home from being away for the thick end of 2 weeks, give or take a couple of days. So I want to get some bits and pieces done this morning before we go out for breakfast. And then got Grand Prix on today, Lando on pole, and also Liverpool part of the Super Sunday lineup as well later on. So this afternoon for me is going to be a bit of a washout really, from the point of view of getting stuff done, so I need to get it all done this morning. All the vlogs for the Norfolk series are now edited and completed. Just trying to get the last one on. Having a bit of a problem with it. Had a real problem with the surprise. Well, it's not a surprise now, is it? The punting trip yesterday that I managed to get on last night. That was a real nightmare getting that on as well. I don't know what's going on at the minute. I do tend to try and do a lot of my downloading actually at mum's or actually at work, because I don't know what goes on with our internet. Our internet is fine for sort of everyday use, but as soon as you start trying to lean on it a little bit, like doing these downloads for YouTube, especially 4K ones, blimey O'Reilly, gives you all sorts of ag. Anyway, it said it's 81% complete when I left, so I'm going to make a bet by the time I get back, be about 90, because it's going so slowly, it's not very quick. And it's been doing it since yesterday evening, guys, by the way. We're not talking about starting it this morning. Good morning everyone joining up, welcome to the live stream. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returnee, you know you're always welcome. So we are doing the country walk this morning, which, as I say, takes us right over the fields, back round to the path with a hole heading towards Melbourne, Australia. That's how deep it is. I was showing the people it yesterday. And I think we all agreed it was a hole that should be dealt with, really. I'm very surprised it hasn't been, after all the kerfuffle from a week and a half ago, to be fair. Anyway. Hi to Florida Man, how you doing? Don't think we've spoken for a while, have we actually? So welcome back. I'm very aware of the time difference as well whenever I speak to you guys, sort of at least 5 hours behind. Go on, Azra, good girl. So I always appreciate when you guys watch. It's not long before we will be in Florida. In fact, what's the date today? I don't know what the date is today. Just over a month it'll be. And as I was saying yesterday, these last 2 weeks have been great, been very relaxing. The first bit of it was quite hectic with what we did, but this last week being away in Norfolk has been quite chilled out. Actually what's going on downloading now is actually the review, and I think you'll hear and see from the review, you know, we did do a reasonable amount, but it was not that stressful really, none of it Yes, it was busy in places because it's the summer holidays here in the UK, but it wasn't unmanageable. So yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy that series. Obviously, the bonus surprise vlog yesterday, good doing the punting in Cambridge. That was really nice as well. We were very lucky. It was a bit like this morning, a very fresh start, but once the sun came out, it did warm it all up, and it was lovely actually. Well, recommend it even if you're a resident in the UK, as we are. It's quite nice to do something different. We've never done it before. We've lived here now 12 years, and I've always thought about it, but never really got to it. And I thought, you know what? Let's end our little holiday series with something a bit different that I hadn't really spoken about to anyone. At least that cat's got the right idea. It's crossing on the zebra crossing. You see that, guys? At least it's crossing on the zebra crossing. Needs to get a move on though. It's just sat there. I'm sure it'll move when a car comes. There's been a lot of kerfuffle of cats being run over recently in the area, and whether people are driving far too fast or there's something more sinister, people don't know. Thank you for the like. But as you all know, unfortunately our cat had to be put to sleep last month. 18, she'd just turned 18, so she never went out anyway. She did, but she only went out in our garden. She was very much a home cat and always had been. And of course a lot of that is to do with when we got her, we lived in a flat, and it was just the way it was. She did go outside, but on a lead, and she never really wanted to go any further, so lucky for us. But it must be gut-wrenching and sad if something like that happens to your cat. You know, it's bad enough what we had to go through sort of 2-3 weeks ago. But yeah. Anyway, let's keep this vlog bright and chirpy. Let's not be morbid. What we're going to get when we get over the fields, I don't know. Well, I'm a bit later this morning, so I might see the lady I sometimes see with the 3 dogs. She always wants to have a chat, so I will probably put you on mute if I do see her. Will we see the crazy lady? Your guess is as good as mine now. I really don't know where she's gone, and to be fair, I really don't care as long as she's okay, and that's sincere. Being ill in any capacity is obviously no fun, is it? So anyway, well, we're not seeing our normal lady, certainly not in this field anyway. And of course, I don't always see her now. She says she's always out at the same time for the most part, so I'm like, come on, Azra. You're going to the loo, okay. Ah. How are you, Florida boy? I did think it was strange that you hadn't been on this morning. I know it was a bit later. I couldn't understand your comment last night. Was I missing something? You need to explain things to me at times. You know I'm a bit slow on the old uptake. You commented on the video, one of the later ones that came out last night. Had I noticed anything? I couldn't. It was too late for me to start looking at things, but I didn't notice anything. Come on, Azra, let's go. Azra, lead on, come on. You can get yourself tangled up. Come on, let's go. Good girl. Azra, this way. Come on. The actual hole we now go through, you can't even see it because that tree, the foliage is so dark. Come on, come on. The foliage is so dark. It's actually covering the hole that we actually go through. Come on, Azra. She's just about livening herself back up. She was in a right sulk most of yesterday. She only really picked herself up yesterday evening. I think she really missed the little holiday home that we had for a week. Come on, Azra, lead on. Again, that vlog now, I believe, is it coming out tonight? Or is it out? I don't know, actually. Let's have a quick look. I'll look on the other phone. Lead on, lead on. Come on, straight on. What are we looking at? There we are. Yes, it is live, and it has been looked at. So yes, that is out there. If you're interested in seeing the lovely luxury sort of bungalow apartment we had, the vlog is now live, and it's beautiful. It reminded me very much, maybe on a slightly smaller scale, but of one of these sort of, and I've commented on it when we were there, sort of one of these villas you might get in Orlando, for example. It was that sort of grand scale sort of luxury that you had. The only thing I would criticise, you spent loads and loads of money on all the luxuries in this cottage, bungalow, whatever you want to call it, and then it almost feels like it's got the cheapest of cheapest beds. All you had to do was literally sit, and I mean sit. The whole thing would creak. It was awful, absolutely awful, and that would be my one criticism of it. And I didn't really want to sort of make a big thing of it when we were doing the sort of vlog. There were a couple of cons that I did sort of did mention. Pros and cons, that is, not cons as in being ripped off. Lead on, come on. What do we got? I don't think I'm ever going to live it down, this hole. Partially my fault, because there was no one watching at the time when it happened, so I could have completely kept it under the radar. But I was so badly lambasted by the locals in the local Facebook site for trying to do the right thing and making people aware. I just was... Do you know what, honestly? I'm of an age now, I really don't care, to be honest with you. You know, as long as me, my family, my YouTube family are all okay, who cares? Who cares what other people say or think, to be honest with you? That's why, if we ever get any problems on the channel, when you're doing these lives and you get people trying to troll you, I just shut it down. You can't delete them, but you can shut them down, you know, make them feel bad about themselves, ignore them, whichever you want to say. I won't put up with it. Bullying is not okay, and that's the facts. Come on, Azra, let's go. And having been bullied most of my school life, many years ago now, I do have a little bit of knowledge as to what it's like, and also how I feel an older me would have dealt with the younger me and the other people that were doing it. And that is one of the things in my life, if I could go back in time, that would be one of the times I would go back to. Not because I enjoyed school, but maybe I would have enjoyed it more had I not been bullied. But go back and deal with it in a different way. The way to deal with bullies is to shut them down. Not feed them, shut them down. Lead them. This river is running very, very dry. Crikey. I haven't noticed it, to be fair. There's still water in it, but it does seem quite low. They're promising us a particularly wet autumn and winter due to El Nino. A super El Nino. You guys in the States might know a bit more about it than I do, as it's sort of coming across the Pacific this direction. Obviously it's got to come across your continent before it gets to the Atlantic and then to Europe. But so they tell us it's going to have an effect all around the world. I mean, one thing I would say straight away is the amount of Pacific, what do they call them? Tsunamis, not tsunamis, typhoons. There have been many this season, and quite powerful ones. But none in the Atlantic. And they're saying part of this sort of El Nino is it's minimising the storms in the Atlantic. Who knows? Wait and see. Might just come a bit later. Hopefully not, for all you Floridians and other people in that area. And hopefully not when we come either. Anyway, yeah, just reading that last comment, it is not a nice thing, bullying, and, you know, being serious about it. You know, it's not okay, and as I say, there are online trolls that think it's okay when you're doing these YouTube things, and if that's how they get their kicks, good luck to them. But I will shut you down very quickly on my channel, because I won't put up with it. Against me, Julia literally got lambasted. One particular live we were doing, I think it was at home, we were doing, funnily enough, when we came back from the cruise last year. And bless her, I couldn't see all these comments, and she was sitting there sort of taking it really. And then I sort of said to her at the end, "Are you all right?" And she showed me the comments, and I was mortified that she hadn't said something to me during the live. Absolutely mortified. And it did make me rethink about the channel generally, I must be honest. But then I spoke to Julia about it and said, you know, I enjoy doing it. It's my hobby. Why am I going to let these, I won't swear, people beat us? And since then, yeah, we've had the occasional idiot, but it's never happened again. And I did make a thing of it the next live I did. Not necessarily reference to cruise, but generally. And let's say, you'll always get it, won't you, I'm afraid. Okay. So, again, all this has all been cut since we did the stroll sort of a week and a half ago. Obviously, it was all like this yesterday. Someone was moaning about something that had been sprayed on the field. Well, I can't smell anything this morning. They said it was really, really bad smell. I can't smell anything. Maybe I've lived in the countryside too long. Who knows? So just so people know approximately what the plans are for next week, I don't actually know myself, reference to lives at the minute. If nothing major comes up, I probably will be live maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, maybe Friday. Saturday and Sunday, yes. And then Monday's sort of resumption of normal proceedings where we'll be back to the 5 days a week. The only reason I'm a bit hesitant next week, very busy week. I'm back to work as well. And I know I've got a lot of catching up to do when I get back. My boss is also off, so I've got to get some stuff done as well. So yeah, it's going to be a bit frantic. So that's why I say may not be doing any lives, or I might just do a couple. We'll wait and see. But yeah, just so people know exactly what's going on. Normal content still be coming out. The shorts every day. They're locked in. There'll be another vlog coming out tonight from the Norfolk series. And then thereafter, the Norfolk series will be coming out every other day next week and into the following week, I believe. So there's quite a lot still to come out. So what we're going to do, we're just going to use this doggy bin in front, and then we're going to go down there. Sorry, I'm nodding with my head as if you can see where my head's nodding. Come. And I am the only one in the office, is my point, sort of next week. And well, to be fair, my boss did message me on Friday and say, look, it's been really, really busy. I haven't been able to sort of get you up to date. So that's fine, no problem. I will go in early, get some stuff done just to get myself up to speed, updated, get my paperwork and admin ready. And then I can start catching up during the day. So from that point of view, that's my plan tomorrow. So that's why I doubt there'll be a live. And if there is a live, there probably won't be a live tomorrow. We'll say there won't be a live tomorrow. We'll say there'll be a live Wednesday. There you go. I'll do that now because by Wednesday, should all be caught up. Tuesday is the normal day. We do content gathering. So there's never a live on a Tuesday. So yeah, Wednesday be the next live. We've certainly not been having a wet summer here in the UK, for sure. It is the driest I can remember in a long, long time. As you can see how brown it is everywhere. It is. We've not seen prolonged rain, and I mean this, in this area, I would say for about 2.5, 3 months. Where we were in Norfolk this week, we had a couple of proper storms. Not quite Florida storms, but proper storms. We had a little bit of rain Friday night and a little bit yesterday, nothing major. Certainly not enough to start refilling rivers and reservoirs, that's for sure. Maybe enough to sort of start filling up ponds again and stuff like that, perhaps. Water people's gardens. But what is a big difference now is the temperature. We were, like that Friday we went to Cromer, or near Cromer. It was 36 when we left home, and it was just horrendous. And by the time we got to Cromer, it was 32. So yeah, it had cooled down, but not a lot. But then steadily as the week went on, we were sort of early to mid-20s. every day. And I've always said it in any live, that is a nice, comfortable heat for me, mid-20s. I don't mind that at all. Add to it the humidity, like you're saying, Florida boy, is, yeah, no fun. Sorry, Florida man. We're very, very lucky to have these strolls in our area. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. You know, people have to drive miles sometimes to get, you know, to sort of scenery and open space like this. Well, we can do it all within walking distance of the house. And yeah, it makes a big difference. I did drive Azra to one of the strolls we did in Norfolk on Friday, funny enough, the day we were coming home, and you'll see that vlog, it'll be coming out either later this week or at the weekend. I can't remember the dates, everything's coming out, if I'm honest with you, but I'm so gutted we found that walk so much later into the holiday, and I had done loads of research on the walks, and I'm just gutted we didn't find that one earlier. Nice walk along the sort of the beach path, although obviously it was properly sort of tarmacked. We weren't actually walking on the beach. And those that were watching last week know how concerned I was about walking on the cliffs and how close we got to the cliffs. Well, this path was nothing like that. And it was beautiful. I hope you take the time to watch that vlog when it comes out. It is the travel home day vlog, so it's a few vlogs away, to be fair. But it is all edited and it is all ready to go. And one thing I was saying to Mum and Julia about being able to edit sort of the same day, when you're in a relaxed environment like we were this week just gone, when you sort of get home from the day, you've got time to sort of sit down and do your editing. I fully expect this is not going to be the case when we're in America in a month's time. And a lot of the editing might have to wait until we're on our way home, as in on the aeroplane, kill some time on the plane. So yeah, it's one of those that I want to make sure we get the most out of everything we do when we're there. And if that means the editing has to wait, then it'll be worth it. If I've got time to do editing whilst I'm there, that means we're not doing enough. There is 1 or 2 days where we've got some downtime, and when I say downtime, like not going to the parks or something like that. Bear in mind we're only there for a week, guys. I know I've spoken about this already. Pretty much every day apart from we land on the Saturday. I think pretty much every day except the Tuesday and the Friday, we're going out and doing something. And that vlog, Julie and I are going to do the vlog. Might even be doing it today. Just depends on how things go at home. But we might even be doing that vlog today. Because I really want people to understand how much we're going to be doing. And look forward to it. Like, we're going to be looking forward to it. Because we're going to do our very best to share every minute with you. And there's people that go out there 2-3 times a year, sometimes more, you know, and it all becomes very samey, you know. And I enjoy watching their channels because I pick up a lot of information. so I'll never begrudge what they do. But this is like our first time going there, and I've been there twice, Julie's been there once, but because it's such a long gap, it's almost like our first time, and the excitement, hopefully it comes through when I'm talking about it, but I'm hoping it will come through when we do the vlog and hear what we're going to be doing and everything else. Gutted we won't be going into the old terminal at MCO. Come on, Azra. With the first ride of the holidays, the train. I have been fortunate enough to do that twice. But of course, all the British carriers now are using Terminal C, which is the brand new terminal, and which is supposed to be a lot nicer. Come on, Azra, a lot nicer. And a lot easier to get in and out of. Who knows? I haven't heard anything bad about it. So let's clearly give it the benefit of the doubt, because I'm excited. Excuse me about it. But yeah, that vlog will be coming out sometime in September, probably near the beginning of September, I think. And I hope you'll get a sense of how much we're going to be doing, how excited we both are, although Julia tempers her excitement a lot more than I do. Go on. A lot of the YouTube stuff that I do, whether in time I will ever make any money out of YouTube, is almost neither here nor there to me. And I know that sounds very blasé, but I enjoy doing the lives. I enjoy doing the vlogging. I enjoy doing the shorts. It's a hobby for me, and ultimately it's just us going on holiday, and for me, Julia, James in time, to look back and think, as a family we did this sort of stuff and everything else. That's what it's for. It's a time capsule. Anything else that happens, as far as I'm concerned, is an added bonus. Like I've said about getting to 2,000 subscribers by the time we go there in July next year, little bet about Icon Park and doing either the slingshot or the swing. Of course I'll do all this stuff because I said I'll do it, but it's a side hustle. The enjoyment of doing it and it being a hobby is far greater for me. Having a chat with different people. Oh, thank you for that. I didn't know. So thanks for that. And thank you for letting me know I'm back, because I had no idea. I haven't checked the other phone for a while because YouTube seems to have sorted itself out. We are sort of quite a way out here, away from the village, although I can see the mobile phone mast from where I am. Go on, lead on. So thanks for letting me know that. Florida man. This is very dry down here. Still won't want to fall in there. Go on. If you with me yesterday, you'll have seen the hole of death on this very path. It's a bit further around to the right. I will point it out when we get there. But yeah, it was fairly unpleasant. And as I said, got ridiculed on the local site. Absolutely ridiculed. Most people were sensible. Listen, and that's what I say. It's always the minority that spoil it for the majority. In the end, I just turned the commenting off because my final comment was, you try and do the right thing to help people, make people aware, and you get stupid comments that I was getting. So I ended it my way and turned the commenting off. But the vast majority of people were very appreciative that I'd actually taken the time to actually A, fall down the hole, and B, tell people about it, and C, not get hurt. There you go. Anyway, if that's what turns you on, berating people for trying to help, then you're a very small-minded person. There you go. Yeah, it has been a bit of a quiet morning, considering it's a Sunday. It's been a bit of a quiet morning for that, actually. We have had people sort of phasing in and out, but it has been quite a quiet morning. We've had people on most of the morning, to be fair, but yeah, been fairly slow this morning, considering it's a Sunday. Does it help that we're a bit, help or hinder that we're a bit later? I don't know. But as I said to you, next Monday week, so tomorrow week when we do Railway Club, I have looked at the trains and it does say there is an earlier train, sort of around 6 something. So I might aim for that, actually, because that does get me out a bit earlier. Go on, Azra. And it doesn't bother me getting up early, you know that, guys, by now. Come on, Azra. I know you're looking out for the hole as well. The hole of death. Go on. It's a bit further up, Azra. I know exactly, well, I say I know exactly where it is. I don't know exactly where it is. I forget every time, but I'll know it when I see it. But we are approaching the hole of death on this path. How far into the Earth's crust I actually would have gone if I'd have actually fallen properly down this hole, your guess is as good as mine. But I'm very much... Oh, here it is, it's coming. Yeah. Go round. Good girl. I mean, come on, guys. That's not a normal footpath. And how far it goes, I don't know. I've no idea. I take the mickey, but it is ridiculous. Go on. Good girl. Go on, Azra. I made a suggestion to a vlogger in Florida yesterday, one I watch fairly religiously, and he's one of those people that he's a bit like me. He's a young YouTuber and a young channel, and he's trying his real hardest to sort of get the right sort of content out there, and he's doing all right. But I would have no problem seeing him and I'm out there and saying hi and shaking his hand, sort of thing. There are a few out there that, or they're mostly English people that go out there that you could take it or leave it if I saw them. But this guy, you can really tell he's trying to find his niche within his channel, and he does a lot on the international drive and around the area. YouTube is not easy to get off the ground. I know this. It doesn't matter how many subscribers you get. It's about views. And views are what makes the YouTube world go round. Views and likes. And hours watched. There you go. Well, views is hours watched, I suppose. Subscriber-wise now, of course I love it when I get new subscribers. Helps the channel get out there a bit more, of course it does. It's the views that I really sort of strive for now. Hugely. Which is why Florida man is always my little cheerleader and helps me out. It's been a bit of a quiet one this morning, as I've said. But yesterday was busier. I say, this is the time I choose to come out and do it. You know, if I did it perhaps a bit later for the European market and the Asian market, maybe it'd be a bit better. But this is the time I've got to come out because of my commitments. So I do it to help me. And if it affects the channel in that way, there's not much I can do about it. Anyway, we're getting to a point where we are going to start wrapping this up in a minute, I think. So I hope you've enjoyed the live this morning. What am I saying vlog for? The live this morning. We've probably got another couple of minutes before we sort of end the stream. I say, nothing tomorrow. Next live will be Wednesday, and then we'll see after that how the week opens out. It very much depends on, yeah, as I say, just how the week evolves. James has got his first football friendly next Saturday as well, but it is a home game, so it doesn't have any effect on the live. And the reason I say this is because sometimes if you have to travel to an away game, you have to leave a lot earlier, but there won't be any of that, not next Saturday's game anyway. There are going to be games that we will have to leave early for. There's some games that, Azra, on the path, come on. A lot of the teams I've had a look at in the league are more local than we had last year, or as local, should I say. So that's good from that point of view. Right, team, have a great Sunday, whatever you get up to. Enjoy the Grand Prix, enjoy the Liverpool match if anyone's going to be doing that. I will try. And we'll reconvene on Wednesday. Cheers, guys.